The 2013 Canadian Health Food Association Expo West wrapped up this Sunday, marking Vista Magazine's 17th year at the show. What does it mean to have been in the health and wellness industry for this many years?
Well, we've seen it change a lot, Jay, over the years, I'll tell you. I've seen it grow. I've seen introduction of a whole bunch of new categories. I've seen technology come in and help the industry go. I've seen the industry change due to regulatory issues. I've seen Health Canada have an impact on the industry.
Now, out of all those things, what would you say has been the most significant change in the industry over the last few years?
Technology, no question.
Absolutely.
No question. Technology entering into the sector. It makes it way easier for the suppliers and manufacturers to reach out to the customers. It makes it way easier for them to do stuff on behalf of their retail outlets. And, it makes it a lot less expensive for them to reach their customers because there's way more vehicles, to get the message.
Yeah.
It used to just be print media, newspapers, magazines, billboards, buses, that kind of stuff. But now there's way more.
What key factors remain consistent?
The demographics remain, I think, pretty much the same. Perhaps they have expanded to a younger audience
That makes sense.
Years. You have a lot more awareness and education for young people, so they're a lot more fit conscious and health conscious at a lot earlier age, nutrition wise, supplement wise, exercise, lifestyle, everything.
And how has Vista taken steps to accommodate these changes?
Well, we're trying to adapt always with the market. We've introduced an app that's run by one of our new websites in a internet network we've created. It's called vHealth, and the app allows our retailers to connect directly with their customers via their cell phones.
Okay, so let's go back a step. The new app is called vHealth app. That's available at the iTunes store. If you went to the Android store, it's going to be called vHealth, and it's downloadable for free.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, and the biggest advantage of the app is, if I'm not mistaken, is that the consumers can get daily deals from their favorite health food stores. That type of
exactly. As a consumer, you want the app in your hand because, first of all, it contains all the information and content that we have in the magazine and on our websites. So for any of your health concerns or health issues or questions, exercise-related, nutrition-related, that type of thing, it's all available there. Secondly, of course, deals and exclusive deals on health products from a number of different national retail brands, retail products, manufacturers, suppliers, and so on.
Great. So, and the way that, if I understand correctly, the way that it works is it's through push notification. So if someone has the mobile app, it's an instantaneous deal. So in other words, if one of these stores has got a deal 50% off and they shoot this thing out through your vHealth app, and I get the push notification and I can touch that button and I can view that deal right away and make that call to action and get that product.
Absolutely. If you're within the geographically selected area presented to the retailer chooses his area of target. He can go within a 5-kilometer radius or 10-kilometer radius or larger of his store. And if you're within that geographic area, then you'll get the push and you can make the call to action. You can either go to the store and do it, or at times you can purchase it from his website right there through your phone.
Right, so they can do an online deal as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
Great. So what does the vHealth portal at vhealthportal.com offer to manufacturers and product developers, retailers, distributors, practitioners, and consumers? I mean, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, the vHealth portal is a directory website. It contains listings of all our retail locations, our manufacturers, suppliers, health practitioners all across Canada. Each of these listings, it'll tell their location, their email address, there's photographs,
hours of operation for retail stores, and that
exactly.
kind of stuff. Yeah,
all that type of information is available. There are paid listings and there are free listings.
Okay.
The paid listings obviously appear above the searches and
above the free listings. Yeah,
exactly.
And
in the paid listings, they can put in video clips. There's reviews. I mean, there's an extensive website within our website for smaller locations.
Right, for each of these retailers and stuff. Okay, great. And I understand that it's a very search engine friendly platform, so this should actually overall increase their position in Google or their results type of thing.
Absolutely. The way we've SEO'd our websites, we are generating a ton of traffic to the entire network. Your exposure we're going to get from our magazine readers, from the people visiting all the different websites we have, just mass exposure, global exposure is far greater than any of our retail locations or our manufacturer supplier advertisers are going to get from just the normal channels within Canada.
Sure, that makes sense. And so the vHealth Network is actually made up of a group of sites that are all in the health and wellness industry, but focused on different things, including the sites for Vista Magazine itself. So you have Vista Mag Online, which is the original Vista Magazine site.
Yeah, Vista Mag Online is one of our websites where you can click on each magazine, and the software allows you to pop it open in as if you're holding the magazine in your hands.
Great.
Turn the page, page
so you can
to
read
page.
back issues as well on that site.
Exactly. We have a new new website for really searching our archives. It's probably better suited to that. That's called Vista Mag Live.
Okay.
And, again, that contains all our current issues, back issues, everything. And you can search by subject, by author, by, condition, modality, whatever.
Great. So you can find articles that you're interested in that may have been put out years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
okay.
We have another website called vHealthArticles.com, and that's an article distribution network.
Okay.
And generally for about every one article we publish, we'll probably get 10 submitted to us.
Published into the magazine itself.
Yeah, exactly. Because, you can only put so much
Sure.
in print media. But I have tons and tons of these things in a database. I've been collecting them for 15 years. And we have articles from all over the world on every type of modality, condition, everything you can imagine, any type of health practitioner, everything there is. It's a huge, vast database. We've compiled these in a website that's very searchable, again, very search engine friendly. And we're counting on the traffic we're going to generate from the followers of each one of these practitioners, as well as what's coming out through the website.
So there's a lot of great advantages with the vHealth Articles website, and that is one of them that actually promotes the practitioners. I mean,
Yeah.
So, if they don't get the articles published in the print magazine, at least they're getting into the distribution network, so they are on vHealth Articles website, as well as they actually get sent out to a number of other websites.
Exactly.
So they get some great exposure from
Great
it.
exposure, and it'll help grow their brand. It helps grow their profile. We're also working with another company that's called Click for Time, which is a practitioner scheduling software.
So it's sort of like e-scheduling then.
Exactly, and it's also an app-based program that allows practitioners to connect with their patients, to fill empty spaces in their schedule when they come up last minute, to just book their normally weekly appointments, and so on. And it's very user-friendly for both the practitioner that's providing the service as well as the end user, the patient.
That sounds great. So that's at clickfortime.com or clickfortime.com/health.
Exactly.
That sounds great.
Fantastic company, good bunch of guys. We really enjoy working with them.
That's great. So you've also got another site called vHealth Directory, and that's sort of another directory-based site, sort of like a Yellow Pages, but it's based on a Google map. I noticed when you go there that
Exactly. vHealth Directory is exactly that. It's a Google Health software, or a Google Map software, and you can see the locations of our stores and click on them, and go to their listing. Gives you a bit of information about each store if it's close to
So what happens if I'm understanding correctly is that when someone comes in and pays for a listing in the vHealth portal, they're going to get a free listing in the vHealth Directory.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's great.
Exactly. Along with the
That's just more exposure because they're all very search engine
The app
friendly.
also has a Google Maps software in it that's on your phone.
Oh,
And
great.
it's
So anybody
basically
with
the
the
same
app
thing.
can actually find any of these stores. They can search for a store. They can find the location within distances. And,
Exactly.
Okay,
Well,
great,
wherever
great.
your proximity is to
Okay.
to our location, to your nearest locations, they come up on the maps as little what do you call them? Pin
Well, just a
nodes.
marker type of thing,
Exactly.
I guess, yeah.
You click on them, it goes right to their website or it goes right to their listing and tells exactly what they're doing.
Great. So you have another website as well in the vHealth network, and it's called vHealth Wiki. Tell us about that one.
vHealth Wiki again is geared towards the practitioner and the writer. This is another means of us publishing editorial and helping practitioners get exposure for their business, for their brand, getting their opinions out there, getting their knowledge out there. And of course, it's all in an educational format. So, the benefits really are for the consumer, the end user, who are looking for the information. But of course, on the way, we want to help these people that are working with us.
Sure, that sounds great. That's a good idea. So vHealth Wiki is a great place for any of these practitioners to go. And if you've never written an article before, it's going to sort of give you a bit of a foundation to work with and help you through that process.
It's a step-by-step guide. There's templates in there.
Okay, that's great.
essentially,
That's great. And then by the way, the vHealth Articles site, you can actually any of these practitioners can go there and submit them themselves. They don't have to actually contact you and wait for some type of interaction.
Exactly.
Right. They can just log in and submit. Fantastic.
As it is.
Okay,
You
that
open
makes
up
it.
your own account and away you go.
That sounds great. As the retail world moves increasingly online and our mobile devices become something we can't imagine living without, health industry people simply have to take advantage of these communications and marketing channels. How does the vHealth Network help even businesses that are already established with online presence?
And with online presence, almost every, of course, manufacturer and supplier of, nutritional supplements, vitamins, that type of thing in, the free world has a website.
Yeah.
And it's a given, right?
Sure.
It's a way they do business. It's a way they, brand, whatever.
They better have, yeah.
Yeah. And in most cases, well, maybe not most cases, but in a lot of cases, the retail locations, if they're part of a large or small chain, of course, they have web presence. But even on the individual level, many of them have websites. Many of them are marketing already products online. But it's limited, right? Because it's one guy with his one website, and he's only reaching so many people. And in a lot of cases, he's probably selling to his own people that are too lazy to come in the store anyway, right? I mean, that's reality, Unless they've got top-notch IT people and they're doing SEO and they've got multiple websites and they've got tons of support going on, it's just limited. The exposure that they get is going to be limited. This is where we come in. We can not only, of course, create and produce more traffic through the vHealth portal and the vHealth network and everything we're doing, but we're also able to offer these retailers the ability to target specific geographic areas. And again, this is done through the push to these phones.
Right. So just to clarify how that works. So what you're saying is that a manufacturer of a product, let's say of some type of protein powder, let's say as an example, they're overstocked, or maybe they sent too much to a store in Toronto, and the guy in Toronto saying, "Hey, wow, you doubled my order. How am I going to get rid of this stuff?"
Yeah.
So the idea is that store can actually then go into the vHealth portal, into the back end, and do a push notification out to all of the people within, let's say, 10 kilometers of his store saying, "Hey, I've got this stuff on for 50% off. Come and get it now."
Exactly.
Limited time offer type of thing.
Exactly.
Limited quantity.
And in many cases, this happens, and it happens throughout the industry often, and it's often much easier to discount the product and get rid of it than, of course, for them to ship it back.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
And, it makes the customer happy. It's almost on a loss leader theory. And, that's what we're trying to do, again, with these pushes, is bring people into the stores. It's difficult, for the retailer, I imagine, other than, they put their flyer out once a month, perhaps. It goes on the Friday with all your other papers, and half the time it ends up
gets
in the
buried,
trash,
yeah.
right? Unless you're looking for the specific deals on a product you buy all the time, you're not going to the store. You're not. I know. I've been regularly using supplements my entire life, and health products and so on. And, our case is a little different because we get a lot of stuff through the industry for free in that, but still there are stuff we buy, and I look for the deals on the same products, because why wouldn't you, right?
Yeah, well, I guess that's why it makes so much sense for someone to download the vHealth app, because if you're going to a store that's a regular store that you go to buy your products, so you're interested. I mean, so if they're going to send me a deal, well, that's something I am interested in. So yeah, this is an exclusive deals too.
Exactly, and you don't want to miss it, and it's easy to receive it. It just comes as a push notification to your mobile device, right? It's not that big a deal. You just see it, either you ignore it or you act on it. It's not intrusive or anything. And of course, if it gets to the point where you don't like the notifications but you still want to access the deals, you can turn the push off on your phone. Just go into the app and the deal folder. All the deals will list and scroll there as they come out. You won't miss a thing ever.
Okay, great.
Right? They're always there. They're always accessible, and you can go, click on them at any time. Right?
That sounds great. It sounds like a really fantastic app. How does the vHealth Network work together with Vista Magazine?
Vista Magazine and the vHealth Network partner up for content, in that Vista's 15 years worth of editorial content, which is literally a couple thousand articles on every health subject you can imagine. The content from Vista is being fed into the vHealth Network, and therefore the readership of Vista is following the vHealth Network. And so we're jointly marketing the two corporations together, and trying to get wider focus on the industry.
So how will the vHealth Network revolutionize the health and wellness industry?
Well, again, we're introducing a new means of shopping, right?
It really sounds like it.
We really are. It's very innovative. I mean, the ability for the retailer to reach out to the consumer for a nominal cost, for not much more than the cost of mailing a letter. They can reach 100 or 1,000 or as many customers of theirs that they want to put on there. It's in the retailer's best interest to get their customers downloading the app and receiving these deals that they push out to them. It's our way of helping out the retailer. We like to...
Well, it sounds like you're helping the consumer a lot, too.
We are certainly helping out the consumer. We always have. We provide the information for these guys. We've been providing quality content that's very helpful and very useful to people. And
Yeah,
it's
I
great.
love Vista Magazine myself.
Thank you. Appreciate that. We're all about prevention, right? We're all about prevention and education. And I'm happy to give the information because this is how we live. It's our lifestyle.
Yeah.
And, it's very gratifying to get the feedback we get from our customers and our readers and that about how we've helped them, how their life's changed, how they've changed their nutritional habits, their exercise habits, lost weight, that type of thing. It's good. It makes us feel good. And that's part of the reason we do it, of course, right? We love to get the feedback and, be part of helping out the population.
Yeah, that's a great attitude. The vHealth Network is newly launched and already achieving amazing results. Yet this is only phase one of the project. So what can we expect next from the vHealth Network? The vHealth Network is newly launched and already achieving amazing results. Yet this is only phase one of the project. What can we expect from the vHealth Network is newly launched and already achieving amazing results. Yet this is only phase one of the project. What can we expect next from the vHealth Network?
Well, Jay, as we're mining this data and creating a new type of consumerism, and we're seeing who's buying our products through the retailers and who's buying and when and at what time and what their age are and so on, we're going to offer the retailers and our suppliers an opportunity to go not just geographically target, but start demographically targeting. So you can go after specific age groups, go after their buying habits, see what they've purchased previously, check out their trends, and use it to their advantage. And so it's not only to be more efficient in the delivery of your message, but it's also more efficient to the consumer. You're going to get notifications about products that you use and products that you've shown a history of use of, and products that you're interested in. Not just a bunch of smoke and a bunch of stuff that you don't want to.
Sure, this is really amazing because in the past we would get bombarded with flyers, and you don't know if there's something that you're interested in there because there's so much junk in there that you don't want to go through it. And so this is really incredible for me to be able to say, yeah, I like this brand of vitamins, and if something comes up, you ping me for sure, and I'll be down there in a minute to get it. This is incredible, Trent.
And again, it saves. Like, we're not, we're trying to be green here. Let's deliver this message electronically because this is where it's going, right? It does not need to be on paper. You do not need to have a stack of flyers in your garbage every day. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of resources, right?
So, basically what you're trying to say at the end of the day here is save a tree and download the vHealth app.
There you go. Exactly.
All right, this has been great. It's been Trent Nellis from Vista Magazine and the vHealth Network, the vHealthPortal.com, and of course the two apps, vHealth it's just called vHealth at the iTunes store and vHealth at the Android store. Download them for free. Daily deals, all kinds of exclusive deals. Also, Click for Time software, who we mentioned. If you go clickfortime.com/health, there's a 60-day free trial. There's also a free version, and the free version is good for a single provider up to 20 bookings per month. So thanks for joining us on this podcast, and thank you from Trent as well.